I use what I call the champion method. It's courage, heart, adversity, mentality, preparation, inspiration, opportunity, and never giving up. And
Okay.
so I've used that with athletes over the last couple of years, and in some ways I was using some of this and just didn't know it because I hadn't self reflection and all of that. But now, I really focus on that. So I take a dual approach. I'm trying to help you with your basketball skills, but at the same time trying to help develop you as the individual. Because without you having the right mindset, or without you having the belief in yourself and the confidence, we can do all this stuff in training, but some of it is just not going to shine through in game like situations because you don't believe in yourself. I tell you, in a game, you don't have the confidence, you don't have the belief in yourself, you don't have the
Hmm.
right mindset. So you're not accelerating, you're not going, after, you're not competing at the highest level you possibly could because you don't have that belief. And
Right.
so because of that, that's why I started taking a dual approach. So I'm trying to help you with your skills, but at the same time, let's look at your mindset. What are your thoughts? What are your beliefs? Um, so that's what I've done with athletes over the last 3-4 years.
Okay.
And so now I just started interviewing business professionals on those same principles and how do they use those in their business careers. So today we're talking. I would like to talk about mentality and mindset. You
Yeah.
know,
Thing is continuous growth, right? We have to. I tell people setting a goal for yourself is not about achieving the goal. It's about the person you become in the process, right? You wanna be on a winning team. You want to win the game. You want to win the championship. You want your business to hit a certain level. Well, now you've raised the bar. What does it take to get there? It takes continuous growth in all areas. You got to play to win. You have that skill set. You become that person. So that's why I tell people, I say, you're always going to have a gap between where you're at and where you want to be. But that's never going to go away because that's the way people are, right? So the idea of continuous growth is to say, let's close that gap and be comfortable that as we close it, it's going to move because you're going to grow, right? Your capacity grows. Just like you go from elementary to middle school to high school to college to being a professional, it doesn't stop there. You still grow. You'll still have that vision gap and growth. So you should fall in love with the process of growth because it's never going to stop, right? And it's got to be, like I said, play with in all areas. So that's how I approach mindset with people and try to get them in that frame of mind to just be intentional, have awareness, fall in love with growth, ownership, responsibility, empowerment, and then realizing that there's results. It's not all about like achieving the goal. It's about who you become as you're trying to achieve your goal.
yeah, that's awesome. I hear some Jim Rohn in what you're saying.
I like Jim Rohn.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's, yeah, that's what I hear when you said that statement because I listened to a couple of his tapes and videos, and that's what he always used to say. That very statement right there
yeah,
is more about who you're becoming on that job or your career is more important than what you are actually uh, either accomplishing or the possessions you are acquiring or whatever the case
yeah.
might be. So yeah, I agree with you. And he always another thing you said is I could hear him on those tapes saying, "Work harder on yourself than you do your job." So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Because you raise the bar, right? You become a person that is now capable. And I kickbox words on my wall, just with a pencil. I write them down every time I break a record because it tracks our output and your punches thrown and your kicks thrown. Um, and I look at where I was like a year ago, and I was like, oh, well, I should do it down here. I was like here, and I could not, I was just every time I eke up and I eke up. Well, now I'm like here, right? And getting here is daily, right? It's every time. If I perform down here again today, I mean, it would probably, I'd have to, I'd have to have my legs tied together or something. Like it would be impossible for me because I'm just now a person that performs at this level, right? That's what it is. So, and it didn't go from here to here. It went from here to here to here to here, right? And over time. Well, the same is true with business. The same is true with sports. The same is true with every area of your life, right? You don't go to being a champion in one day. You go to being a champion because you worked at it every day, right? And intentionally.